Today I am going to narrate a short story on the topic The Legend of Bhutan's Yeti. There once was a young shepherdess called Pema who lived high in the snow capped peaks of Bhutan. She spent her days traversing the alpine meadows in search of fresh grass, her loyal flock of sheep trailing after her. But one day, soon after lambing season, one of the newborns disappeared from her herd. Pema was determined to find the lost lamb. She struck out into the mountains, venturing further than she ever had before. On and on she walked, listening for the faintest bleat. But there was no sign of the lamb. The day wore into evening and the temperature cooled. Pema began to search for shelter, eventually drawing up in front of a cave, its entrance shrouded in mist. She did heard stories of these caves. They were home to monstrous creatures, towering yetis, with fur the color of midnight and eyes that glowed like embers. But with night setting in, there was no other choice. Masking a shiver, Pema set her shoulders and stepped inside. First one foot, then another. It took a second for her eyes to adjust to the low light, only for the breath to seize in her lungs. Just a few paces in front of Pema was a monster, a hulking beast. So tall it had to hunch over in the cave's small confines. Though the beast had its back to her, Pema couldn't run, couldn't even scream. She was paralyzed with fear. And then the beast began to turn, falling to her knees. Pema waited for the face of evil to turn on her. But the beast's face wasn't monstrous, as the legends had described. This might be a Yeti, the midnight fur and glowing eyes confirmed. As much, but its eyes were intelligent, its features gentle. Pema's heart calmed, and a sense of wonder washed over her. Sensing no threat, the Yeti observed her with quiet curiosity. Pema gathered her courage and explained about her lost lamb. The Yeti listened patiently, touched by her plight and her bravery for venturing so far alone. The Yeti decided to help. Motioning at Pema to follow, the Yeti began to climb the ice mountain paths, guiding Pema across deep ravines and over treacherous drops. Finally, just as Pema was starting to tire, the clouds parted and the moonlight illuminated a meadow ahead. There, cocooned in the tall grass, was the lost lamb. Shedding tears of relief and gratitude, Pema scooped the lamb into her arms. She turned to thank the Yeti, but it was already fading back into the shadows. Pema knew then that the stories were wrong. The Yeti wasn't a monster, but a protector, a guardian of the mountains who watched over their fragile ecosystem. After Pema's return, news of her encounter with the Yeti spread like wildfire throughout the mountain villages. Fear turned to respect as people realized that Yetis wasn't creatures to be hunted but protectors to be revered. Pema, forever grateful for Yeti's kindness, left offerings of milk and honey at the mouth of the cave every year. The legend of the Yeti transformed from one of fear to a heartwarming tale of an unlikely friendship, reminding everyone of the importance of compassion and understanding, however mysterious a creature might seem. If you like this story, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Until then, thanks for being with me. Thank you.